I see that some people didn't take that well, my other video about the OnePlus 13. Well, you're not gonna like this one either. What I want to say here is I used to own a PlayStation 4, and I have the slim version that came out, I think, I don't even 2017, I think. The problem with it is when that came out, I bought him in the first week, and it cost me around, if I remember correctly, 220 euros, around that, 230, let's say. And like you see now, the new one, the PlayStation 5, they came in two versions. First of all, the digital edition, which I think it sucks, and the PS5, the normal edition with the CD. The normal edition with CD, they want us to pay 500 euros, or if you are in US, $500. If you want the digital version, they have good news. You're gonna pay 400 euros or $400. The problem is I have someone who bought the PlayStation 5 digital edition. I think he keep it like a week or two and then return it, because if you don't have that CD to play games, and you have to keep buying them, and then you're gonna be stuck with them, because if you buy them as a CD, you can, let's say, trade them, or you can sell it or buy another one, other games. But not exactly the biggest issue that I have. The biggest issue I have it's obviously the price. They increased the price so much. So this one, the slim one, let's say if you have the price, it's 300 euros. Yeah, no problem. But I pay brand new, no discount or nothing. When it came out, I pay, like I said, 220, 230 euros. So it was actually cheaper than they launched it. I don't know how I got that, but I got it. I bought the 500 gigabyte model because at the time the games wasn't that much of the problem with the space. Now when you buy a game, you have to buy with the SSD included, so we can have actually the room on the PlayStation to put it. So what it bothers me now, it's PlayStation got so expensive. There were I think there was other times in their history when they got also expensive, but now I think they got insanely expensive because one good reason. Everybody who used to play video games on PlayStation, they was like me actually. They bought them on the launch, and they bring it home. They connect it. They can have some one game in a package, no problems. Now I think the PlayStation changed their strategy and changed their customers also, because the old one who used to play on PlayStation 1, on PlayStation 2 and even 3 bought the PlayStation 4, they have all of them. With PlayStation 5, a lot of people just came in PlayStation 5 without having other PlayStation before that, and those people were those who never play a game, who have no idea what the PlayStation history was, and also they didn't care about the price. They pay whatever they ask, whatever Sony asks for the console, they pay it, no problem. And some of them, they just buy them, I think, with the subscription for a phone company or some sketchy things like that. And now the problem with the PlayStation that I see in the future is they pretty much didn't care about their old customer, the customer that used to buy the games, used to buy the consoles. A lot of them used to buy like I said, the controllers again, because PlayStation, I think they make more money on the accessories, on the subscription, which has another problem, than they actually make on the console. And with this new one, a lot of people just I see it everywhere. A lot of people just have it in their living room. They never play. Probably they play once a month at them. They have 1 or 2 games max, and even those games which came in the box, they don't buy them. So for a lot of them, one, they have the digital edition, which was cheaper, and they didn't realize that they have to actually buy the games then at the PlayStation store. And once you have the game, you cannot sell it like you used to have with the CD. And now a lot of them, they don't care that much about the gaming on the console. They just have it. They think it's fun. They have like 2 games. One of them is gonna be like FIFA, probably. And when the boys came in to stay on the party, play the games. Now the problem it is with the PlayStation, like I said, they alienate their old customers, And now in the future, I think they're gonna have some big problem with their sales, because I will not go back. I didn't buy the PlayStation 5, and I'm never gonna buy one now. And also, I'm not gonna buy in the PlayStation 6 if they came up with that. If not, it's gonna be some digital version of that too. You're not gonna even actually own the console. You're just gonna subscribe. And when I have the PlayStation 4, the problem that I hated the most was you have to buy the subscription, which is, by the way, is very expensive now. I used to buy it. I think I paid like 40 euros for a year in 2017. Now I think it got much more expensive. And the general idea was you buy the subscription, you have the access to the internet, and also you have like 2 games every month. I have to say, I get those 2 games every month, but there never was a game actually that I enjoy playing. So that was kind of a scam for me. I didn't like it. I hate it. And also, to have to pay a subscription to have that console connected to the internet, again, that's another thing. I get that they make the money to that. This is how they make the money. But now I think they push that much further than it used to be, because probably the subscription is much more expensive. The accessories, the controller, you're gonna have to buy another one. If it doesn't come with the 2 in the package, you're gonna buy at least another one. And now I think they have that stand, and I think you need to buy that too. I don't think that they're gonna give it in a package. And also, the biggest problem is the price. And a lot of people are gonna say, yeah, but you're not gonna make a PC at that price so they can perform that well. Well, games on the console, they have to be like, if I remember correctly, when developer makes a game, it has to be like 55 or 58 FPS a minimum, and to feel like a 60. The benchmark is gonna be the 60. But now, with the price that they're asking for a console, and with the old customer that pretty much they didn't care about them, because they see those new ones that, okay, this is gonna game, you're gonna buy the console, you're gonna sell them the subscription, you're gonna sell them another controller then, and it might look good for the PS5 in sales, but I think the PS6 is gonna be a huge disappointment if they don't drop the price a lot, like I used to pay for that, the most $300 or euros, or they're gonna come up with some other things, like you're gonna buy a subscription, you don't buy the console, you buy the subscription, you're gonna pay like, I don't know, $25-30 per month, and you're gonna have the access to a server that can play the games on the PlayStation 5, and also you're gonna have to buy the controller, which is gonna be probably like $100. And this nonsense is gonna continue even with the PS6, I think. The problem is, I don't know how much they can get away with it, especially with this time that we're living right now, because everybody tries to sell you a subscription, not a product. And that's why I say the PlayStation 4 was the last true console, and you can actually own it and enjoy it, except that subscription, which I hated, but I think I was on the PS3 too also. But the PS4, it was cheap. I never have a problem with them. It was cheap. You can actually enjoy it with other friends. You can buy games on the CD. You can sell them or trade them after that. And with the PS5, they got more expensive. If you want the digital edition, which is, you can still buy the CDs. Another thing, I didn't find the games, also the CDs games in a store anymore. So that's another issue. You could buy the version with the CD, but I think in a very short time you're not gonna find then the CDs actually in a store, or you have to order it. So that's gonna pretty much add to the cost. You could have to pay the shipment. In some countries, if you live in US, probably you're gonna have some good deals if you have some Amazon Prime or something like that. But bottom line is, PlayStation, they turn around from their their customers that used to pay them and enjoy the console, and it was those very very old customers that used to buy, like I said, every single console, stuff like that. And those new ones who bought the PS5, they don't care that much about the Sony PlayStation. If the Sony goes bankrupt tomorrow, most of the people who bought the PlayStation 5, they didn't even know this. They don't care. So I hope you enjoyed this one. The one with the OnePlus 13, I saw that it wasn't that well received Let's see what you can say about this one.